Hello there and welcome back to another update video, update number 8, if we're going by the number system. Of course, technically the channel overviews each year work as a channel update and there's been a few other bits and bobs, but ignoring all that, the numbered update videos, this is the first one that's been since May 2018, which has been a long time. But you know, there's some stuff to update you on. I'm not one of these people that just pushes update videos out when there's literally nothing to update you on and it'll be like a 2-minute video. I actually do try to get a decent amount of updates into one thing. When I have enough updates to do a full video on, that's when I'll actually do one of these update videos. So yeah, that's good. Anyways, first thing I sort of wanted to talk about, this is a smaller update. There's not a whole lot different, but I do want to talk about a few bits. Some changes to scheduled content and so on and so forth. First up, I want to thank you all very much for the support on Silly Car Showdown, which is the new series that I produce here on Forza Horizon 4 as well as over on HG Central. It sort of gets co-hosted. This channel gets those videos a day or so earlier, but they also go up on that channel. I want to thank you for the support and the intrigue in that series. It's been doing very well indeed. Forza Horizon 4 is a game I've wanted to produce content for a while. I've spoke before about how the Horizon games, I usually find them a bit droughty as far as content goes. I don't feel particularly creative. They just don't really work for YouTube, if you honestly ask me. They kind of work for live streams, but that's a different story. But yeah, Silly Car Showdown is now a thing, and I appreciate your support on it. All of the requests I've been getting. Of course, if you want to request cars for it, link down below is my Discord. As always, there's a request chat in there. That's where I recommend you put stuff, but you can comment on the videos and so on and so forth, like I say. But yeah, that series has been going very well indeed. So well, in fact, that I'm going to be increasing it from 3 times a week to 4 times a week, just because there are so many cars requested at this point. And, you know, doing it 4 times a week I think is worth it. I had a free day where I didn't really do anything on Sunday, so may as well give it a shot there and see how well that does. But yeah, thank you very much for your support on that. It's been excellent. Speaking of support and stuff, thank you also for your support on the Forza Top Gear Laps Rivals episodes, the new spin-off that I do for Top Gear Laps. Those ones do take quite a while to produce, actually. Script writing is not one of my specialties. I do quite like doing it. I like reading them off. I like the finished product. But in terms of like actual writing and stuff, I get quite frustrated with myself, you know, trying to find what's better words and, you know, punctuation. I only realise halfway through recording the actual script work itself, I'll realise there's an issue, and so on and so forth. So those can be a bit awkward to produce, but I do quite like producing those. It basically lets me do my favourite thing, which is rant about car history, which I love doing. You might notice those videos are starting to creep up in length. I'm trying to restrict that a little bit. The last time we did one, it was the Ferrari 250 GTO, which I had 15 lines for. Bear in mind my previous limit was 10, and then it bumped up to 12 during the Samba Bus episode, and now it was at 15 with the 250 GTO. So I'm going to try and shorten the scripts on those a little bit. But the 250 GTO is a car which I did have a lot to say about, as you can probably tell. So, scripting issues aside, I'm glad that you're enjoying those. And again, I really enjoy producing those because I get to rant about cars and car history, which is really what I like to do. If I could make a channel where I just rant about cars every single day, that'd be lovely. I can't really do that because I'm nowhere near interesting enough to pull that off, but yeah, nevertheless, thank you all for your support on SCS and the Rivals spin-off. They're both going very well. But we move on to the main meat of this update video, the reason I'm making this. And the reason I'm doing this is essentially Forza Motorsport 3 Let's Play. That course started in January, sort of unexpectedly. I didn't really expect to do it that quickly, but that's when it came out. And it's done very well. People are enjoying it. I'm very happy. I'm also very happy it's doing pretty well in views. Certainly a lot better than Forza 2 did. Forza 1 did quite well though. But anyways, yeah, the Forza 3 Let's Play, people have been enjoying it, but I'm here to tell you there is going to be a slight change during April. So until April 1st, you will have the Forza 3 update, Forza 3 Let's Play as normal. It will come out, it will do its thing. However, I'm going to try something different with the Let's Plays. Previously, I've only done one game at once, and before that what I would do is jump days. So one day it'd be one game, next day it'd be the other game. This time around, I am planning something that I'm going to call Grand Theft April, and what that's going to be is going to be a Grand Theft Auto 3 Let's Play, which I've actually been working on for the last couple of months. I've got it all scheduled up and everything. I still need to play through a fair bit of the game, but that is pretty much ready to launch come April 1st. And that will be taking over the Let's Play duty of Forza Motorsport 3 for a month and a bit, I think. There's not that many episodes of it, it's sort of a short game, that's why I've elected to do it. But I'm going to see how this works if, you know, non-racing games do well. I mean, admittedly, you know, GTA 3 has some racing, it's got cars in it and stuff, but it's my first proper, not full-on car game that I've LP'd, so I'm very curious to see how it does in views. I'm curious to see how this sort of scheduling works. I'm also very curious to see how many people retuning to Motorsport 3 when that comes out. But I've said before, Motorsport 3, I want it to work as kind of a shell Let's Play, where it's so long that it essentially starts at the start of this year and ends at the end of this year, and in between we do other small little Let's Plays. I've got a few other plans for games I'm going to do. Forza Horizon 3, of course, is going to be coming up in the summer, and for the autumn season I'm sure I'll pick up something else. But yeah, that's just a little update on that. Grand Theft April is coming. I do hope you've enjoyed that. The GTA 3 LP, I've got to say, it is a solo LP. It's kind of nice to get back to the solo LPs, and I genuinely think up to now, bear in mind I've only done 7 full episodes of it, and I've recorded the odd job bits because I'm doing a full 100% playthrough. So far, I think this is some of the best work I've done, so if you could give that a chance, that would be lovely. But yeah, that is something that's coming up, so I hope you enjoy that. And finally, I just wanted to discuss a little bit about the real-life car, of course, my 2007 Honda Accord 2.4 EX, which is currently covered in brick dust because my neighbours are wankers. Yeah, I was sort of thinking of doing an update video on that at some point soon. Some people have asked about it. The problem is I haven't really got anything to update you on. I do kind of want to do an ownership report. However, we're only just over 3 months in now, and there really isn't anything to report on the car. As far as stuff I've done, I've put new floor mats into it. That's it. That's literally all I've done, and got the new 2018 updated nav maps. So yeah, there's not really much to update you on as far as that goes, but I think at the 6 months mark, which I believe is in May at some point, I hope to God I will remind myself and pressure myself into making a real life car video and maybe have some driving in it and stuff, which would be nice. But so far it's running very, very well indeed, no issues. Of course, trademark Honda reliability is being good to me as always. So yeah, I really can't complain about the car. I still absolutely love it. Some people have been asking how's automatic life, and the answer to that is excellent. I wouldn't go back to manual, and I know that's going to piss people off, and I don't care. But yeah, the car's running absolutely a-okay, and the channel's running a-okay as well. We're doing pretty darn well. We're up to 1,160 subs last time I checked, so thank you all very much for that. As far as future plans go, we're just going to keep on trucking, see how we do. Silly Car Showdown will continue. I've had a few questions regarding Hot Lap Classic. I can't give you a definitive date on that. I've always said that's the one saving grace of the Hot Lap Classic is it's one of those series which really will never lose relevance. You know, Gran Turismo 2 is 20 years old almost, so you know the game's already lost most of its relevance, but it's still in people's minds, and it will be pretty much until the end of time, or until all of us from this generation get killed, one or two. So realistically, the Hot Lap Classic is a series I could probably pick up and ditch whenever I wanted to, but that being said, it is a series I am keen to get back on the road again. It's just trying to find the time to do it. It's kind of hard to explain. It's one of those series where getting it going is the hard part, but the actual producing of it isn't too bad. But I'm sure that will return at some point, hopefully this year, but again, I just can't guarantee you anything. But, you know, the more I am ahead on my content, and for now I am producing content well ahead. You know, Forza 3, I think the episode that went up today was episode... Well, by the time this goes up, it'll be episode 60 or 61. And I think I recently recorded episode 131 in a live stream. So we're still, you know, thanks to Grand Theft April, you know, I think we'll be about 3 months ahead on that. And Silly Car Showdown's produced a fair bit ahead of time as well. So if I find myself some time where I feel like going back to it, because that's another thing with Hot Lap Classic, you have to feel like you want to do it in those time trial series, otherwise you just won't produce particularly good videos or particularly good times. So that will return someday, I assure you. I promise you on my deathbed, that is my one thing. I had two requirements of myself. I wanted to complete Gran Turismo 4 100%, and I want to finish the Hot Lap Classic, and I've done one of them, so we'll do the other. But yeah, that's that, and yeah, other than that, thank you all very much for watching, thank you all very much for your support, and until next time, farewell.
Let's take it